Hi Taurus, this is your reading for the time period of March 2022. For those of you who are new to my channel or you're visiting, welcome. It's great to have you here. I hope that you decide to stay. Thank you all for your continuous love and support, okay? So before I begin your reading, I just want to let you guys know that I have a few cases that are new covered. If you have questions, comments, and are concerns about any of those cases, you can kindly comment below them. If you have inquiries about new cases that you would like to see me cover, you can comment below the most recent community post that I do have available there. Okay, all right, so let's see what energies are coming through for you for the month of March. I'm getting this idea of something being responsible, like an idea of like responsibility. I don't know if you feel responsible for something. That could be a situation. Like you may feel responsible about for something that you either did, or like another way to say could just be getting something done, and that can also indicate a sense of responsibility. Okay. All right, Taurus. So the card you have underneath is the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune would mean that I get the feeling of deciding to leave a job. So you may be deciding to leave a job either permanently, temporarily. It could be seasonal work that you were doing. It could be full-time, part-time, whatever kind of work that you were doing. But there's this idea of leaving it. I also get for health purposes, like the reason why you could be leaving, or one reason why you may be contemplating leaving could be for health purposes. Now, that's not going to resonate with everyone, but that could be a general thing, as you know, as we're dealing with pandemic or the phases of this endemic in the country or the world. All right, so that could be something that you could be dealing with firsthand. But if it's not that, you could just be leaving. I get an investigation. You could be leaving also because your workplace may be under investigation, or you need to participate in an investigation, or someone may be asking you to participate in that. So investigation could be like something extreme or something minor. So it just depends on what's going on. So if you're leaving a job, for some of you, if you're leaving a job, someone may be investigating why you are leaving a job. Or if you're contemplating leaving a job, someone could also be contemplating why you need to do that. But there's this, or they're investigating why you need to do that. Or that could be you. You could be the one that's investigating a situation. This depends on how extreme it is. Or you work somewhere, that could be that the workplace that you're working for may be under investigation. Or someone that you work with, something is going on with them being investigated, if that makes any sense. So it could be very minor to very extreme, depending on the reason for the investigation, or the reason for leaving the job, temporarily leaving the job. Or like you could be staying, that doesn't resonate with everyone, but it's like you could be staying in a job and somebody may find it interesting as to why you want to stay. I don't know, that could be another scenario. The starting point has the Prince of Swords energy. So the Prince of Swords will be an air sign. That's a man that you could be dealing with. They could be family, they could be a lover, they could be a friend, co-worker, right? I'm getting an idea that they could have left a situation, or they could have been either left from a situation intentionally, or they could have been asked to take leave, or they took leave from a workplace that you were or are in. I don't know the tense. Were or are in with them, or you were in with them. They may be leaving a situation for some reason, right? They could be moving, right? The spirit is giving me an idea that under investigation, this person may be under investigation. So the under investigation, like I said, it could be extreme. It could go from very minor to major energy depending on why this person is being investigated. So they could have done something. They could be a co-worker and they could have done something, or they could be a family member. They could have done something and they're expressing to you, I need to come stay with you because I did this, that, and the third. Or like something's going on with details when I said that. So when I said I need to stay with you because I did this, that, and the third, there's details that you may gather or you may need to gather regarding this person and the moves that you either deem to be mysterious. So, I mean, something about their moves may be normal, or something may be regular about the way they move. But there's one situation about this where there's a move that they're making literally or figuratively that is under investigation, and you may be skeptical as to why this person is making the move that they're making. It could be a residential move. It could be they're just leaving a job. It just depends on what's going on. And you're like, well, why are you leaving the house? Why are you moving over there? Why are you doing this, that, and the third? Why are you traveling over there? So something that they did, or something that I get overlooked. Something that they did may be getting overlooked. Or I don't know if you're overlooking something that this person did or they're trying to do. If that, or someone that they departed from or they're going to is overlooking a move that they are making, if that makes any sense. All right? There's a lot going on there. The Mage is here, sign of Aries. So you could be dealing with an Aries man, and there's a few air sign men that are here, and then you have an Aries that's a man as well. So there's two men here that you're dealing with, right? So the Mage, I get in communication. The Mage, if it's an Aries man, you may be in communication with an Aries that's a man, right? The communication that you're in with an Aries male pertains to the moves of an air sign male, if that makes any sense to you. It pertains to their moves. So the questions that you seek regarding this person, an Aries man, whoever they are to you, may be able to give you some insight regarding the moves of a Prince of Swords energy, right? I do feel like they don't know everything as well. Like they may not know everything about this person and why they're making the moves that they need to make, right? So if you come to this person with questions, whatever the setting is, this could be relationship situation, this could be workplace for some people, this could be like a family environment, just depends. There's an Aries and an air sign male that they're people that you really need to communicate with, but one of them particularly, you have kind of like investigative questions that surround them. So you're the one that's asking them, or someone else that you need to communicate with may not be able to give you all the details that you do need about this person's whereabouts, right? So something that they did could be related to a crime. That could be another situation. Something that they did may be related to a crime. I don't know if the Aries male did something strange and they need to be investigated. It just depends on what's going on. Okay? There's two men here that one of them needs to be investigated, and then the other you need to get details from about their whereabouts or the reason why they moved, whatever it is. Something like that is going on. The Seven of Wands energies is in the present. So the Seven of Wands resides with the fire sign energy, the Aries element, or whatever other fire sign. Could be Leo, Sag, but I have the air sign man and the Aries here, right? The Seven of Wands would mean that something may be difficult with your communication with this person. Something is difficult about their communication, right? They also don't work somewhere anymore. So if something is difficult about your communication with them, it's because they don't work somewhere anymore. So because they don't work somewhere anymore, they can't give you details about, I also get a document. They can't give you details about some type of document. So the document, there's a document in a situation that you need. there's a document in the situation that you need from them, or there's a document that, okay, there's a document in a situation that a Prince of Swords energy, I get, has a copy of. A Prince of Swords energy has a copy of some type of document, whatever that means. That's one situation. There's a document that you may need from them that they don't have, but this person here has, or they have a copy of a document, right? So with them having a copy of a document, again, not supposed to have. They're not supposed to have some type of copy of a document. And what's going on with them is that they're disappearing like an apparition from a situation with a document that they're not supposed to have, which would mean, I get a hunt down, which would mean that they need to be hunted down by an Aries that's a man, or you yourself. So somebody needs to be tracked down for some type of information, but the document has something to do with an investigation. I was get fraud. It has something to do with some type of fraud, and it has something to do with some type of I also get this idea of workplace scrutiny. It has something to do with workplace scrutiny. Like workplace scrutiny may be on you or them or an Aries. There's workplace scrutiny in the situation. That could be why they left a situation, because of workplace scrutiny with the Seven of Wands in the present. They left because of workplace scrutiny. If they experienced some type of workplace scrutiny, they could have left with some type of important information. They could have left with important information, but the information they weren't supposed to leave with, if that makes any sense. They weren't supposed to leave with that information. I'm looking at this energy here, and they're like in a contemplative state. They may look like that all the time. They may be in a contemplative state. They may be in a contemplative state with the Seven of Wands, right? The contemplative state is that they're not giving up some type of information that they do have regarding this person, if that makes any sense too. Because there may be a secretive bond that these two elements have. I get know little about. There's a secretive bond that these two men have, whether you're a man or a woman, these two men have that you may know very little about. The knowing very little about has to do with a document. It has to do, like I said, with why they left or why they're moving, why they're leaving. And then some type of document as well too. But the Aries end up not giving something up. The Aries is not giving up. They may not be giving up on a situation, like giving up on it, or they're not giving up some type of information that you seek, which is why the Seven of Wands is here with them. They're not giving up some type of information that you seek. All right. The future has the Six of Wands, which there's, someone may this person may change their mind on something that you need from them. The Two of Swords is in the instincts, right? So the Two of Swords would mean that there's a decision, there's the word peace is at the bottom of the Two of Swords. So there could be a peace treaty. It could be that you want to make peace with the air sign that's a man. You may want to make peace with them, something that they did. Right? You know what's interesting that's coming to mind? I get this feeling of kind of living by some type of rule or abiding by some type of rule. Two of Swords, and somebody is abiding by some type of rule. So that's either you, that's an Aries, that's air sign, that's a man. Someone is abiding by a rule. So either they're responsible. Let's keep getting this idea of responsible from the beginning. There's this idea of being responsible for something, and the level, like I said, minor to major, the level of the responsibility that someone has, in a case, the level of responsibility that someone has in some type of case, whether that's like a workplace case, like that's why I said workplace scrutiny, workplace case, something that's work related about a situation that is strange, or something's going on with some type of legitimate investigation of a case that is taking place, and there's some type of rule or code of conduct that somebody is following that they cannot break. So it resides with the Aries that's a man, or an air sign that's a man. they're residing by some type of code of conduct, or they're abiding by a rule they promised the other, or someone told them that they cannot reveal or they cannot break the rule. Right? So if this is a situation, I'm trying to make sense of it. There's a lot going on here that's really interesting. The Two of Swords and the instinct will mean I gotta leave it alone. The Two of Swords will mean that maybe you need to leave a situation alone regarding the air sign man. That's the advice. That's in the instincts. Like, you're thinking that maybe you need to leave them alone, or leave a matter alone that has to do with them and that does involve them. It's advised that you leave it alone. So either the Aries man is telling you that, or you yourself you're telling yourself that leave it alone with this person, leave them alone, let them go. They experienced some type of scrutiny somewhere, so they did something outlandishly crazy, let them run off and whatever. Somebody may have something mentally going on with them as well, like something is going on, maybe mentally going on with the air sign that's a man. 7 of Wands. So that could have been expressed to you by an Aries male. Something maybe mentally going on with the air sign that's a man. Two of Swords and the instinct. They left somewhere. They left because of workplace scrutiny. They're under they did something outlandish and they left. Or they moved somewhere. They could have moved somewhere and did something outlandish that is under, and they, whatever the repercussions of something that they did, it's under investigation, if that makes any sense, right? So this could be love partners that you're dealing with, that you're finding out these things. It could be something going on in the family environment. I get colleagues. Something's going on with your colleagues. Something strange going on with colleagues, co-workers. It could be people you live with. It could be family, love, whatever. The star is here and the accomplishment. So that's an Aquarian. So air sign man could be whatever air sign man. Then you have an Aquarian here. The Aquarian, there's a woman on this card. Could be an Aquarius that's a woman that you're dealing with. Aquarian man, Aquarian woman. You have an Aries man here. Could be a Gemini, Libra man. And then you have an air sign. You have an Aquarian woman that is here. I get contemplation. So an Aquarian woman is contemplating something, whatever that is, right? And an Aquarian woman is contemplating a situation, okay, whatever that means, right? An Aquarian woman contemplating something, it isn't your accomplishment. So the contemplating with the Two of Swords will mean that the contemplating with them will mean that they need to communicate. I get something secretive. They need to communicate something to you, something secretive. Right? They need to communicate something secretive to you, whatever that means. Something secretive, related to document, related to, I keep getting like investigation, related to a minor or major investigation of a situation. They need to communicate with you about, or they're contemplating communicating something, or vice versa. Like, you may need to express something to them that I keep getting this idea of a code of conduct. You need to express something to an Aquarian woman, but there's a interesting code of conduct that either they're abiding by or you're abiding by, or the air sign man is abiding by. Like, there's people that are abiding by some type of interesting code of conduct that they feel like if they break that code of conduct, they will, what do you call that? They'll be banned from a situation? I don't know. Something is really interesting about that. But it could be happening in a family. It could be happening in a relationship. It could be minor. Like somebody may be playfully doing that, where it's, you could be dating someone and you're in a relationship with someone and you found out that they just left. But there's another person that they were close to that knows why, but they may not have been telling you that up front. Or they're with you for, I get an odd reason. Someone may be with you in a relationship for an odd reason. I don't know. There's an odd reason that either you're with someone or someone is with you or somebody left, and there's an odd reason why, okay? Right, the Five of Disappointment is here in the spiritual self. So the Five of Cups next to the Mage, well, there may be sadness next to the Aries man. I keep feeling they're not giving up something. So they're not giving up a document. They're not giving up. They're not giving up. I also get a notice. Something's going on with a notice that they received. Somebody isn't giving up a notice that they received, whatever the hell that means. They're not giving up something that they were given. Or they have something that they're just not giving it up. It could be proof of something. It could be a document. It could be like a paper, like some type of, whatever the document has on it that they have. They're not giving up the document for some reason. Like if I look at them, they have some, it looks like paper. There's a piano in the background. You know, they have all their tools here. They have whatever it is that they have. They're not giving up. It could be information, whether it's like digital information or it's like hard copies of information or verbal information. They're not giving up. I get where they were. Like they're not giving up information on where they were. Or the air sign male isn't giving up information about where they were, whatever that means. It has something to do with where somebody was on a particular time, on a particular day. If it's that type of investigation, or why they left, or where they went, whatever it is. Or there's a document that is needed that withheld. There's a document somebody's like withholding. Then there's like an interesting code of conduct that somebody is living by that they can't reveal the truth about a situation. Whatever it is. It's really interesting. Like it feels like it could be family secret related. It could be workplace. Something's interesting about the way a workplace is with something that you need that someone left with or they're trying to leave with. But then they can't. But then there's another situation where someone can't tell you where somebody went with some type of document or where they went with some type of information, or someone isn't opening up their mouth about something that they know about someone or something. All right. Interesting. The Ten of Cups energy is in the mentality. So Two of Swords with the Ten of Cups is family. So there could be a decision surrounding family that you need to make, right? It could be telling family something. I get your involvement. It could be telling your family that you were involved with something interesting, telling your family about some type of involvement that you have with an Aries man and an air sign man. Or I keep getting the idea of repercussion. So the involvement with, or the Aquarian woman, there's an interesting involvement that you have with an Aquarian woman, whether family, friend, lover, with an Aquarian woman, an air sign man, and an Aries man. There's an interesting involvement that you have with them that is like, again, not everyone knows. There's an interesting involvement that you have with them that not everyone knows about in a family, in a business, in a workplace. And there's repercussions from how you deal with them. There's repercussions with how you deal with them to the extent where there's a few family members or co-workers or friends that you have, somebody's becoming skeptical along those lines about your involvement with one of these individuals. Something is interesting about their involvement with you, why they're involved with you, why they're leaving you, why they can't say something to you, or you're responsible for cognizantly knowing why you are involved with them, but there's repercussions to the secrecy, whatever that means. There's repercussions to your involvement with an air sign man. There's repercussions to the involvement with an Aquarian woman and an Aries man. There's repercussions to your involvement with them. Something is going on with something that someone can't tell you or they can't give you. I don't know. There's a lot going on there. It's really interesting. Or that you can't tell someone else. There's family here. Two of Swords with family. You can't tell. These energies are not only. If some of these energies are not only family, there's something that there's an interesting involvement that you have with people that are not family. That you do need to tell your family why you are involved with those people. The Princess of Cups is the costume designer. The Princess of Cups, it could be a child, but there's a woman on this card. So princess, I try to stay clear of children energy. The Princess of Cups is a water sign that's a woman. So, or somebody that's younger, or whatever, or they're in the same age group as you. I'm trying to stay clear of kids. The Princess of Cups, that may be a thought that you have about yourself, if I'm saying that subtly. The Princess of Cups energy, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, that's a woman, that they're changing. I get finding out something. They could be finding out something about you, or they're going to find out something about you. If I look at these numbers, the 5, like March 5th may be important. March 2nd may have been, it's past tense, may have been an important day. March 10th may be an important day. March 6th, 7, right? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that whole first half of March is really important up until the 10th, or whichever day something's happening there. That's really interesting. And it has something to do with information. Some type of secrecy is going on. That's interesting. But they're changing. I don't believe you. They're changing because they may not believe you. I don't know. Something that you may be talking about, they may not believe. Or someone that you, I don't know, somebody that you know about, or you know something, and you're maybe sharing with them that you do know something specific, and that could be where they're not going to believe you. Or something that they want to express. Somebody here may not believe them, or you don't believe them. I don't know, something like that. But it has something to do with the air sign man, possibly an Aquarian woman, and an Aries man. The 10 of Pentacles is here, is money. So there's money and victory with the money is fire sign. So it has to do with the Aries, that's a man, or whatever fire sign. It has something to do with them. It has something to do with something that they saw. They saw something, and that's why there's money. That could be why there's money in the resolution, and there's victory in the future with them. They saw something, whatever that means. Seeing something could be a part of an investigation. They saw something happen. So, which would mean that they can give details on what they saw. And because they're able to give details on what they saw, there's a payout with details on something that they saw. Regarding an air sign man, themselves, you, or it could be happening in a family and somebody needs information about a situation. Then you have a water sign female that they don't believe something that you're expressing, or they're like not believing it. Could be like shock, like they can't believe what is going on. Like that's could be another interpretation of it. Like they can't believe what you're saying, or they're not gonna believe you. I don't know. So that could be an element of that could be more like an element of shock and surprise for good or bad, or it's like they literally don't. When you tell them about something that I get known all along, or you've known for a while. There's something that you've known all along, or you've known for a while, and you may express that to them, and that could be where they don't believe you. So that has something to do with an Aries and an Aries man and an air sign man and an Aquarian that's a woman. All right. Let me do an outcome here. This is really interesting reading. But what it feels like, there's like some type of investigation that is taking place. It has something to do with an investigation, like however extreme it is. An investigation with why someone left their move, air sign man, or it could be either air sign man or air sign that's a woman. Something that you know that's really secretive, that's interesting, that very few people in a family know or a workplace knows. And someone is hiding it, or it's something that you may not know, and you need information from an Aries man about something like that. All right, let me do. It has something to do with a document, an investigation, something that somebody saw or they're going to see. All right. So the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles will mean work. It's your energy. There's no other, there's no other earth, like, except for the Pentacles. That's money. Three of Pentacles is here. You may contemplate solving something, working out something with another earth sign, like a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Let me do another outcome. You may do some type of work there. Let me see. Ah, interesting. There's a Capricorn. So the Three of Pentacles with the Capricorn would mean trying to get something done with, it may have something to do with a Capricorn, but that's just minor. You may need a collab or express something to a Capricorn, or has something to do with what's happening here. It has something to do with your communication with a Capricorn, your communication with them, doing some type of work with them. It has something to do. There's an Aries. It has something to do with an Aries man, and a air sign man, and an Aquarian woman, and a water sign woman. Okay, could have something to do with an investigation. It has something to do with an investigation. Something you know about an investigation. Something you know about a work environment. Something like that. All right, Taurus. Let me know how it resonates. Be well. Take care. Bye.